to our Constantine Q&A. It's time to get our guests out here. It's Emmett Scanlan and Matt Ryan.
Hello.
Can't see you either. Like just saying, if you laugh at those crap jokes,
I said if you laugh at those jokes, you'll laugh at his. It's fantastic. I can't see anyone here, so I'm just going to assume it's full.
Okay. I'm sure the lights are going up in a second. The way this works, right, we've got a mic in the crowd, and there we go. There's the audience.
Hey. Hi guys.
Get your hands in the air, and we'll select somebody to ask. Fine gentlemen. Okay, who's going to be the first one with the first question today? Find someone, John. Look for them. No.
Do you have any questions? Just in case.
You have a nice shit.
Does it feel really good to kind of erase people's memories of kind of erases Constantine?
Does that erase people's memories of Keanu Reeves' Constantine?
Keanu was great.
What's funny is I saw the movie way before I even knew kind of much about Constantine at all. I really loved the movie, and then when I was doing my research for the part, then I decided not to watch it again, just because of people. What I saw didn't really kind of like transpose to kind of the comics. Do you know what I mean? But I thought he's great. Keanu's awesome.
It wasn't based on a comic, that was the movie, wasn't it?
It was loosely based on the comic, yeah, I think. Wasn't it, the movie?
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Okay, alright.
Loosely. Right, we've got another one. No, that's it. So thanks for coming.
Fantastic.
So what's for dinner?
Hi. How does it compare doing the voice acting for Constantine and things like Justice League Dark to playing it live on screen?
It's cool. Do you know what's great? It's just to be able to do this character again. I was just saying to Emmett, I've never been on a show that's gone past 13 episodes. I really want to get to 17. But no, it's the same DNA of the character, when you're in a booth and you have a laugh with the guys and stuff. And it's just great to kind of be able to carry on the character, after the show was cancelled. And I'm looking forward to doing the
animation. Did Arrow as well?
Yeah, and on Arrow as well, which was great. So, they kind of kept it alive. And I think you guys, the fans as well, who love the show so much, has kind of kept that alive and then led to, the animation. And then we're going to be doing the animated series as well. So it's great.
Fantastic. Right. Another question? Oh, I can't think of first now.
What was your favourite way to die in the because you got killed a lot. You. Hello. Yeah.
You. What was your favourite way to die?
This is last night.
I liked.
What is your favourite way to die, Matt?
You mean for Assassin's Creed?
No, in real life.
Oh, real life. Right now.
I'll die anyway.
If I could die anyway, it would have to be beheading, Or actually, I think, dying from jumping out of a plane. Like, if you were a skydiver and you died, that was a pretty good way.
You're learning how to skydive, right?
I'm learning how to skydive.
Was you sitting the
So the answer in your favour then?
Yeah, I did a jump last week in San Diego, and I'm doing another jump in Swansea next week, and then I'm going to get certified. And then Emmett has volunteered to be strapped in, so that we can both jump out of the plane.
Yeah. Was your question genuinely about, you mean in the show? Not because that would have been weird if it was actually in real life.
Yeah.
She meant in the show.
In Constantine.
No,
in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Too many jobs, man.
The thing is, I didn't really do a bunch of the dying stuff, I don't think. When I play the game, I'm really bad at the game, but I really love it. And I just kind of go for a little sail around, and then I always get my wanted level up so bad that I just get killed. But I kind of enjoy it, so I don't know, just as many people kind of take me down as possible.
The answer is none.
One in.
Hi, question for Matt about the Halcyon. If it could obviously continue, what do you think would happen for Joe's character? What would you like to see happen for Joe?
There was lots of interesting possibilities with him, I think, you know, and because it's such a big ensemble cast, you know, I think the first season was kind of just getting underneath the skin of those characters, and it would have been good to kind of flesh them out in the second season. And, you know, originally the idea for the show was to do each season as a year in the war, so 1940 to 1945. And in 1941, that's when Pearl Harbor happened. So it would have been exploring kind of those things which Joe would have, you know, felt about. And then I think there was an idea for like a woman, an old love or something to be introduced and come over from America and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a shame. Again, you know, it's like...
Would you have any say in the casting of that woman?
No.
No, shame.
Alright, let's go for another question, right? Something. I'll sit, make him work for it. To run around.
Hi guys.
Hey.
I've enjoyed you in Constantine, both of you, and Emmett, I've seen you in Guardians. Nice death scenes, by the way. Are you both geeks, and what are you into, geek-wise? You like comics, games?
Dressing up weekends. After a bottle of Jameson is always very good. When I was younger, I used to always collect. Yeah, I'm a geek. I used to always collect the X-Men comics, all of them. I love them. The bits like the Age of Apocalypse and all that.
Oh, cool.
I spent all my pocket money on that up until I was maybe 14, 15, and I was doing a play and I was introduced to women. And after that, all my money kind of went on them, and it still is. So this is a wonderful to be part of Marvel and DC that we get to be part of. It's amazing. It's amazing. So
Are there many people who have done like Marvel and DC?
I don't know. I think I'm the only one ever in the history of acting to ever do that. Success. Please don't call out any names. That's awesome.
I was going to say it's the wrong crowd to try.
Yeah.
I was a complete nerd with Star Wars, and I used to have all of the figures.
Yes.
But then, what was funny is like, you know, how today all those toys are worth so much money, you know, and I have like the Millennium
As well, though. They're better than the new ones, right?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
old ones are great. Yeah.
But what I used to do is like take the heads off them and paint them all different colours and stuff, and they did nothing. And I think me and my brother sprayed the Millennium Falcon red. Exactly.
You basically insert them when you...
We tried to pimp it up and make it all
Flavors
happen.
outside.
And
That's insane.
yeah, I was a big Star Wars fan.
Right, let's go for another question from the audience. I think we've got to go with this guy here. Because he's dressed as Mark.
Like I said, I promised I wouldn't nerd out quite so badly. With the Justice League Dark coming out on animated, and there's talks of the Justice League Dark film being produced, who would you want to play Constantine? Obviously, aside from yourself, obviously, which I'm pretty sure we all want. Who would you want to play Constantine in a live-action version of Justice League Dark?
Emmett Scanlan.
Emmett Scanlan.
That's embarrassing.
Yes, this guy.
No, seriously.
This guy. I don't know. There's loads of people. You know, it's funny, isn't it? Because like with such an iconic character like Constantine, you know, you don't own it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm sure loads of people will play it after me and stuff, and it's just been like a real privilege to have been able to play him, I suppose. And I look forward to whatever they do with the movie.
Not Keanu Reeves, then, is that what you're saying?
Unbelievable.
Who do you reckon? Who would you?
I would like to see Emma Stone play Constantine. I think so. I think she'd be. I think she's awesome.
You could turn it into a musical as well.
Yeah. You know, we tested for Constantine together. That's how we met each other.
Yeah.
By the way, it was that between myself and Matthew for the part of Constantine, and it was a weekend of grueling auditions in NBC. We're sitting, I remember this, neither of us had slept at this point. We'd just gone to Warner Brothers. They signed off on all of us. Now we're going to NBC. NBC has to sign off on one of us. And we're in the lot, the NBC lot, and the cast of, I think the cast of Anchorman was walking by at the time. It was the most surreal moment. And I looked over at Matt, and he looked like shit. It's true. And I know I did. I wake up like this every time. But and I started laughing, and I said, we choose to do this. At any point, we could go home. Why are we putting ourselves through this? We're not even, you lying asleep going over the lines and lines in your head. Anyway, long story short, they picked Matt.
Whatever. And it was like a really grueling experience, like those tasks, wasn't it?
Crazy.
And what was cool is that
We would sign a contract as well.
Yeah.
Which is like everyone signs.
Yeah, you signed your life away before you've even got the job. You know? But like we became friends. We were staying at the hotel, so we ended up like having a drink. And we were driving to the meetings together and stuff, you know.
And then we'd have a drink.
Yeah, and then after we both tested, we went back to the hotel and we brought some gin, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were like, hey,
He texted us that I found out that he got it, and David and Goyer and Dennis Roman to bring me back, brought me back as Spectre, and this, I know I'm waffling now, you guys probably have questions, but he's one of the most generous actors ever to work with. He worked so hard on that show. I came in for 2 episodes as Spectre through Corrigan. And at the end of it, I got me a 17-year-old whiskey. Finish the sentence, Emmett! Don't stutter there! Fucking hell. 17-year-old college whiskey with wow. Next question, please.
Which you still have, right?
I still have. You have to come over and finish the show.
Go for it.
Constantine only getting to the end of the first season, were there any characters from the comics that you were really looking forward to bringing to the screen or seeing on the screen that you didn't get to?
I think that they were definitely like the whole Spectre thing they were gonna flush out, and there was the whole thing with Manny was actually designed for what would have been the end of the 22 episode season, and they had to rejig it to bring it forward for the season finale. I would have loved to have seen Family Man, that run, because what's interesting is like how John was kind of, you know, he's kind of okay against demons, you know, he's like used to it, but against a real serial killer, I think that he's in unknown territory, and I just thought that would be something interesting to explore with him, you know. There's so many great characters, you know, in that universe that we could have brought on. And I don't know if there was any plans, but like Zatanna would have been a great one. And what was great doing the animation was getting to kind of play with that relationship, you know, which we didn't get to do on the show, and his relationship with like Batman and some of the other characters. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I would have liked to have, there was a bunch of characters, but I don't really know what they planned for it. If that answers the question.
Right, okay. Got some more costumes in front of you.
It's going to sound really nerdy now, but just back on John Constantine, John Constantine's question. Just on the film side of things, you do realise that you're the wrath of God, so you do actually transcend the multiverse. So if you want to pitch it to the Warner Brothers movie executives, you are the only one that can play them, there can be no other. So that was, I just wanted to add that on as a comment. And then my actual question was, obviously there's the animated sort of season 2, but when you were filming season 1, did you hear about what they actually had planned for a live action season 2, and was John going to go to hell as on all the comic books?
I don't know. I mean, I think they would have, the whole Rising Darkness thing would have been fleshed out. They would have brought in a few other characters, DC characters. They would I think Corrigan was going to get the whole relationship between Zed and that triangle was something they were going to flesh out as well. Yes, but I don't. Those were kind of the loose plans for it. But when I was in the thick of it, it was the schedules were so grueling that you're literally just dealing with it as it comes with you, you know. And then you try not to think too far ahead because you just literally got to try and get through the day, you know. But it's it had lots of potential for the rest of the season, I think. If that answers the question.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
I'd love to be there for that meeting as well if you go in and say that to the Warner Brothers.
I am the only one. I am the wrath of God. They'd be like, next.
We've got time for a couple more questions. We'd like to have one from the back here in the interest of fairness.
Hello.
Hi.
You guys, when you go to Warner Brothers, take us all with you. Because we don't want to see another person playing the characters. We think you're brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's amazing.
That wasn't a question, though, was it?
It's lovely.
Any more of that, please?
It's a declaration.
A really girly question for Matt. Who was better to work with? Who did you prefer to work with? The Torchwood lot or the Yarrow lot?
The Torchwood lot or?
Yarrow lot.
Do you know what? What's funny is like, I loved working on Torchwood. It was a long time ago. I think I was like 26 or something, so it's like 10 years ago now. And like Eve Miles was just wonderful, and Barrowman is just like such a laugh, you know. And I've seen Barrowman in a couple of Comic-Cons around the place, and we have such a laugh. He's such a great guy. But I think with the Arrow lot, I kind of, you know, I was in a character that I kind of knew more. He was more fun to play than the Torchwood character, and I was working with people who were in the same kind of the DC universe, and they were all great to work with. And the guy who directed the Arrow episode was the guy who directed the first episode that me and Emmett did, John Badass Badham, they call it.
Saturday Night Fever.
He did like, and he's like 75, and he's like busting it. And he directed the episode on Arrow, so it was great to kind of reunite with him as well. So I'd have to say like the Arrow lot.
Controversial.
Yeah. Did Saturday Night Fever as well? Did he bring in it?
Yeah, did Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. Hard way. Some of the hard way.
Yeah, Mike
That was so good.
And
Like you know that cigarette thing that James Wood did? Tried that for years.
could have worked that into Constantine if you'd been allowed to smoke.
Yeah.
I tried that for one scene.
Yeah.
Kept hitting your eye.
All right, we've got time for one more question. Didn't they have to do loads of stuff when you're smoking in the series, like they had to cut you with it?
Well, at first, what happened was, like, I was allowed to smoke, but then they would edit around it and cut around it. And I think the rule was they can't see me inhaling. But what happened is they edited around it, and it looked as if the character wasn't smoking as much as I was actually smoking in the scenes, you know? So I clicked on, and halfway through shooting, I just thought, I'm just going to leave the cigarette in my mouth and talk with it in my mouth, and then they can't cut around it. So I did that, and everyone was like, oh, he smokes more. And it was basically the same as what I was doing all the way around, but I just kind of kept the cigarette in my mouth. And the director's like, oh, you know, we have to, like, watch the smoking thing. I was like, it's fine, it's fine. I spoke to them, it's great.
Helps to be the editor. Sorry, one last question here from that.
Question from Matt. When you got the call to go on Argo, how surprised were you?
Well, I'd actually, what was funny is I was just about to start a play in New York, and I think they announced something about it at Comic-Con in San Diego, which is in the summer, right? And I was like, everyone's talking about it, and I was like, I haven't heard anything. And it was 2 weeks before I was about to start this play, and I was like, this must just be a rumor. And then I got the call. And they were like, and I was like, I'm about to start to do a play. There's no way we can fit it into the schedule. So what they had to do is they had to flip episodes around. So they filmed episode 5 where episode 4 would be, just so that I could come in, and I flew in, dyed my hair blonde, shot everything, flew back out, dyed my hair back to black, and started playing.
That's amazing.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Great.
Awesome. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time to really run out of time. But if you can please put your hands together. Emmett Scanlan.